Yeah, so you never saw or got into Dragon Ball Z, huh?
I never did. No, I never did. I didn't have a lot of we didn't have much TV when I was a kid. We had pretty shitty reception out in the country. I never had cable. So
Oh
I didn't
wow.
even get into anime really until college at all. And
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
ones I got into, somebody, I don't even know who they were now. They're just a casual friend, some party I was at. Um, they were watching no, what was it? Hellsing. Yeah, the Hellsing series, and we binged like that whole thing that weekend. It was so good. I love that show. And then, my roommate, my first roommate in school, he had Trigun. He had the TV series Trigun. I think he had Cowboy Bebop, so I got to see those. Those are both really good. And yeah, I had seen like some Sailor Moon, like little clips of Sailor
Oh,
Moon as a kid, but I hadn't really seen much of it. Like at friends'
my sister
houses.
likes to say more.
Yeah, I still don't know what the fuck Sailor Moon's about. I know it was a huge thing. I don't know what it was about though.
You get into it, not nearly as much as Dragon Ball. I
Hmm.
mean,
Yeah.
I don't know for what do I know about it? Uh, the protagonist, her name is Serena. It's in English. In English is Serena. It's Usagi in Japan.
Okay.
But for the sake of conversation, we can use the English names, American names.
Hmm.
So her name, Serena, the main antagonist was Sailor Moon. Um, her future daughter somehow contacts her,
Okay.
and her name is Minnie Moon or some shit. I think she calls herself Minnie Moon. So yeah, so that's supposed to have been her future daughter. So
Okay.
I don't know how she came back in time to help her mother out or not, but yeah, so that's I mean, and there's a talking cat named Luna. I guess Luna provided her powers or some shit. She has four of the girls that help her, and one Sailor Mars, Jupiter, Pluto, no Mercury and no Mercury and Pluto. Yeah,
Hmm.
I like the fact that they're based off planets. Each of the characters. I like that.
Yeah, I think that's cool. I mean, I've always thought the design was really cool, the animation and everything. I thought that was always really awesome. I think
Yeah,
anime
that's
in
pretty much
general
all
is
I
that
know.
way though. Like I've never really seen an anime where I was like, "Oh, the art just sucks." No, it's usually pretty awesome.
Yeah, yeah. The only main one I only follow is Dragon Ball.
Hmm.
That's like the main one I only follow that I like
Well,
the best out of all of them.
you and Whacker, right? Whacker's really into Dragon Ball.
Oh hell yeah! I think he's more into it than I am.
Yeah, he collects all those figures and
Yeah,
stuff.
he's a fanboy of Dragon Ball.
That's why he's so popular with the ladies. He's got all those Dragon Ball posters and figures. I know how you roll, Whacker.
I know one thing that was funny when Ryan altered his picture, gave him big ass tits.
Oh, I was there
That
that
shit was
night. I was there that night.
yeah. That's why I'm mentioning it. That's why I'm mentioning it because you. I was like, I bet you was in tears, but he was like,
Oh,
yes,
I
I was.
was.
I said, I was too.
That was
This shit
so
was too
funny.
fucking funny.
I loved it. It was so good.
Oh man. Yeah, what's the name? Vince was crying, man.
Right? We were all crying. It was so funny.
Yeah.
And Whacker was
Ryan is
so
something else.
mad. It was so that was the funniest part. He kept freaking out about it. I don't think
He's
it would
like,
have been
no, he's
half
like,
as funny if Whacker hadn't been so mad about it.
he was blowing it up. He was like, Ryan, that's pretty cool, man. You did that. That's pretty good, Ryan.
Right?
And Ryan had to pick on him.
Right?
Yeah, man. I mean, like, it's like holy shit. It's like we could talk about shit for days, man. It's just so much shit on social media that comes out, especially about stupid people.
I still think we could literally just do response videos to dating profiles and or any video about feminism, and it would be hilarious.
Yeah.
We could do an intro video as well to the series and lampoon Pinky and the Brain, where I say something like, "What are we gonna do tonight, Chrome?" And you're like, "Same thing we do every night, Wubs. Roast feminists."
Greatest feminist of the world.
Right?
That was funny. The same thing we do every night, Pinky.
Right?
Try to take over the world. Pinky had a brain.
I mean, it's low
Oh,
hanging
I'm not.
fruit. I'll give you it's low hanging fruit, but it would still be really funny.
Yeah, I know. I know what we could do.
What's that?
Um, I want to see what people comment under that Taylor Swift video that you showed. I want to see what the
Mm,
comments say.
mm-hmm.
It's full of comments.
Go find it. Read some of them here.
Yeah, I'm gonna find it too. I'm gonna try in vain to find somebody explaining this shit because it's 147 comments.
Mm-hmm.
The first comment I see it says a man can be firm, a woman can only be stubborn. Let's just throw it back at her. I got something to say too, Taylor.
Right. I got one. A man can be big boned. A woman can only be fat.
Oh wow. Wow. Yeah, I'm not a fan of anyone that's worthy of reading. I got two people saying they want the whole interview.
Yep. I'm kind of curious about the rest of the interview myself.
Versus, I love the way she gives inspiration. I could just feel it sarcasm.
Mm-hmm.
Where can we find out? That's the third one I saw. Where can we find the whole interview?
Hilarious.
Taylor telling it like it is. The fuck out of here. Tell me
Mm-hmm.
you gotta be kidding with that shit.
Right.
I'm the one that tells it like it is, not Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
No, me and Woobs tells it like it is.
Yep.
Not Taylor. Oh, this person says, I just find it hard to care about a billionaire complaining about sexism in an industry that made her a billionaire.
Yep. I got a problem with that as well.
Yeah.
But it's not a
It's so
problem.
selfish.
It's hard to care though. I feel him on that.
Yeah.
It's It's really hard to care. Really, honestly, like that's my issue with anyone, like any multimillionaire complaining about much of anything. It's like, you know, you kind of
Yeah.
like you're how yeah, how can you complain about anything? Life's been so good to you, as far as
It's,
how you are doing financially. And people want to say, "Oh, well, money isn't everything." No, it's just most of everything. Uh, yeah, I'll give you that. It's not everything, but it certainly influences basically every aspect of your life if you live in the West. So, uh, it's significant. It matters more. It certainly matters more than most anything, for the most part. As far as like your day-to-day life goes, how you're going to be living.
I'm disappointed. Yeah, this person says, let me see, that's a male or female. Hold on. Oh, it's a male. He says, LOL. It's funny that all the LOL means laugh out loud. I like to do the LOL instead. It's it's funny that all the people in the comments disagreeing with her are men. Yeah, it is. Because the comments that I saw disagreeing with are all women.
Yep.
With actually men was kind of y'all some fucking dumbasses.
It's hilarious. Well, that's the thing too, right? If I've noticed this on YouTube and comments in general and stuff like that. If someone doesn't have an argument, they'll immediately just attack the other gender again.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they know they're wrong, that's usually their go-to thing. They'll try to misdirect by causing more division because
Yeah, the ones
there's
that are
nothing else they can
disagreeing
do,
with her, yeah, the women that are agreeing with her is not going into detail on how she's right. They just saying she's telling the truth.
right?
How? It's like this bitch here. She says, "Well, only men answered, trying to negate Taylor's feelings about how she is treated. Can we agree to disagree, or that maybe, just maybe, Taylor Swift may have a point? What you mean? What point?
Yeah, what's the point then?
Well, what point does she have?
There's sexism in the music industry. I guess maybe. Maybe there is sexism in the music industry, but clearly not enough sexism that has in any way inhibited her career or success. Uh, you couldn't get more popular, famous, or rich than Taylor Swift in the music industry right now. So, and it's not like she's the only one either. You got Beyonce, she's super
Mm-hmm.
popular. You got all these other
Yep.
female rappers, Nicki Minaj. You know, what's her name? What's that other girl's name? Always forget. Fuck, you got Lizzo, man. When somebody like Lizzo can get famous,
Oh God damn.
I'm sorry, but sexism is not a problem. Okay? It's just not. Okay? Like that, because if Lizzo can get famous, anybody can get famous. Okay? In that gender.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like prove me wrong. If I invite anyone in the comments, by all means, counter what I just said.
Yeah, I'm trying to find all the ones that are supporting so I can respond to it.
Mm,
Oh, here's a good one here. Let me see if this is a woman too. Hold on. Yeah, that's a female too. Go figure. She says a lot of people were mad, but continue to prove her right. How? Mad at? How do you know we're mad? People
yeah,
they just write comments. You can't tell if they're mad or not behind the computer.
I
So
mean,
that's what we about. Oh, y'all mad?
well, they
What's it?
might.
You
I
mean?
could see how she might think you're mad, or people are mad because they're commenting or whatever. Or they're trying to say she's wrong, or like from a combative perspective. I mean, frankly, I'm mad about it a bit myself because to me it just shows an amazing amount of disconnect from the common person to make a statement like that with the amount of privilege and success she's had in that industry. It's like you want to just say like she basically just wants to shit on like this whole industry that's made her rich and famous for
Yeah, she's sitting on it.
very
Yeah, that's what
unclear
she's doing.
reasons. It's like, oh, it's sexist or what? How? How is it like she didn't even give a clear example. It was so
I
vague
would,
what she said. It was like, oh well, women just react, or they're viewed as like they're reacting to things or whatever, too much, or it's like, what the fuck does that even mean? Like, give me an example. What actually happened? What did you say? Is it possible that maybe Taylor Swift said some dumb shit and people thought she was reacting in a bad way at some point to something? I think that's pretty possible. That doesn't necessarily mean anybody was sexist. It probably just means that they were holding her accountable for whatever bullshit she said. And also, can we all admit this? There's a little bit of sexism in every industry in the world. There's a little bit of sexism everywhere. There's a little bit of racism everywhere. Sure. And it goes both ways. It's not a one-way street. Can we all just accept that that's part of the human condition? You know, a little bit. I'm not saying we shouldn't strive to make the world, more hospitable for everyone and a nicer place for people to live. It's a good goal. But at the same time, I'm not going to pretend for a second there aren't women, tons of women, millions of women in the world who will absolutely hate me just because I'm a man. It is
yeah,
it
just
is
because
what it
you're a
is.
man.
I can't do anything about that. There is nothing I can do that will change that reality at all. I can live and be a good person, a decent person, treat people with respect the way that I always have. But it's not gonna change the fact that there will always be tons of women who will hate me because I'm a man. It doesn't matter how
Oh,
good of it doesn't matter how good of a person I am. It won't change that, and that's okay. I know that that's the way the world works. There's nothing I can do about it. So I'm not going to waste a lot of time worrying about it. It's like Taylor Swift trying to say, oh, there's sexism in the music industry. It's so terrible. And I just want to go back and be like, compared to basically every other industry in the world, I kind of doubt it. Um, like let's go back, history lesson. Like, and by the way, you should know this. You're a famous musician. Uh, there have been hundreds, thousands of famous women who were musicians in the last century. Like, if you actually like do your homework, you'd fucking know that. Like, I'm not saying that everything was super easy for them to get famous or anything. By the way, everything wasn't super easy for men to get famous in the music industry either. You know, I'm not saying it's an easy thing, but I think trying to make a claim like, oh God, it's so hard for me because I was a woman to do this, it's kind of bullshit from my perspective because I'm a little like, well, I'm not saying things wouldn't have been hard. And you might have had to do some things you didn't want to do or make some hard choices or things. But generally, a man can't just drop on his knees, start sucking dick to get a promotion. That's
no, they
that's
can't.
that's
They
that's
can't.
generally not an option for us. The
Nope.
way that it is for the ladies. Um, just throwing that out there. I know that not every woman does that to get where she is in life, but it's all generally it's an option that y'all have that we just don't. So by default, I kind of feel like y'all got it a little bit easier for most things. I'm not saying
Oh,
that
they
it's
got
something you
you
want to
for a lot
do.
of things.
I'm not saying it's something you want to do or that you're gonna enjoy or whatever,
Yeah, for a lot.
uh, but you
Because,
can. It's a bit of a hack. It's a bit of a life hack. You can skip some steps. Generally, doing it, and plenty of you do take advantage of that. So, um, you know, I'm
this
just
guy
just
here,
saying.
this guy here is wrong about what Taylor Swift is trying to say. He says, guys, she's saying that men and women should be treated equally, not about how people think men are horrible. That's not what she's saying. She's
That's not
making
what
no
she said at
fucking sense
all.
at all.
Yeah,
That's not what she's saying, right?
not at all.
She's trying to make sense over something that makes no sense.
He's trying to water it down. He's trying to
Hmm.
make that sound like that's the Disney
Yeah.
version. He heard the Disney
That,
version
yeah,
of
that is not what was going on in that video.
no. Now, and this is the other issue I have with people who play these social political games. They always
Hmm.
they always try to water it down, or they try to make it about equality. It's all about equality, and it's always they always make it about equality, as if as if equality is even a fucking achievable goal. Like it's not ever going to happen. It's not a realistic thing. And you know why? Because we're all different people. I'm not even talking about race and gender and stuff. I'm just saying, like, fundamentally, everyone is different. There will never be actual equality in society where everyone has the same opportunities, everyone has the same outcomes, everyone has the same abilities. It's never going to fucking happen. Like, it's a stupid thing to have as a goal, in my opinion,
Yeah. Yeah.
because it's not even possible. You know what a good goal would be? Let's take care of the people who are struggling as much as we can, the homeless people, the really poor people, and do the best we can to educate people and make that a priority. But at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to make lazy people work. You're not going to be able to, effectively
No.
motivate people who aren't motivated themselves. Like that's a stupid sort of goal. And you're not going to be able to give people the same abilities. Everybody is not, we're just fundamentally not equal. It's not a race thing, it's not a gender thing, it's just, it is what it is. Shit, there's plenty of people in the same race and the same gender. They're never going to be equal. I'm a white guy. There's plenty of other white men that are better at certain things than I am, and there's plenty of other white men who are not as good at me at other things, right? And it's never going to
Hmm.
change. It's always going to be that way. We're never all going to be the
Hmm.
same. It's never going to happen, and it's okay. That's not how life works. That's I've accepted that. Equality, it sounds nice on paper. It's a fun thing to get people riled up politically, start riots and shit like that. But it's not even a realistic goal because it's fucking impossible. What
Sexist labels in the music industry. Come on now.
right? That's just the. I just want to be like, are you Like, are you unaware that Diana Ross existed? Like, still exists? I mean, this woman has over. I forget how much money. The last I knew, it was well over $50 million that this woman's made.
Playing a victim. Oh, I'm so oppressed.
Right?
Oh,
Oh
oh,
God, I'm
men
so
don't understand me. Men
no.
treat me like garbage.
Right?
Oh.
And God knows how much money Taylor Swift has. I'm sure it's more than that. I'm talking about Diana Ross after her, amazing career and everything she did. She was still touring a few years ago, I think, at some point. But she had this ridiculously huge amount of money. I don't remember her talking about sexism in the industry. Now, maybe she has at some point, but God, it just the disconnect would just have to be so amazing, though. I feel like to do that, to have that much money, that much success, and be like, oh, I'm a victim of this horrible industry, blah blah blah. It's like, no, you're not. You've benefited unbelievably from how this industry is set up. If anybody's a victim, it's the person who didn't get the audition or didn't get to win the contest or sell the albums, or they're the victims, not you.
A one hit wonder, essentially.
Yeah. Right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um but any of these major stars producing all these multi-platinum albums and shit, making tons of money and fame. And if she, by the way, if she ever runs out of money, I don't know how she could, but if she ever did, all she's got to do is go on tour and she'll have many millions of dollars again within a few months. So,
Hmm.
like,
Yeah.
this is the other thing. It's like, why does anyone care what these people think about anything? They can't relate to the common man at all. Like they have no concept of what the average person goes through. I'm not saying some of these people didn't come out of poverty and tough situations. I'm sure they did, but they have long since forgotten what it was like to work for a living. Uh, it is what it is, you know. I, I, I don't know what else to say about that.
Yeah, she just proving herself to be a dunce. That's what it is.
I think it's the drugs. It must be the drugs. You know, they rot these people's brains after a while.
And she has a boyfriend. I bet he's a cuck too.
Well,
'Cause
you'd have
I think if you're dating a feminist, you gotta be a cuck to date
right.
a feminist.
I mean, just to like belittle yourself in that way, you kind of gotta be cucking a bit. Like to lack that self respect as a man. That's that's tough.
He got no balls.
Yep. Some people say it's like, oh, it's because they're in her purse, and I'm like, nah, she stepped on those a long time ago. Those things are gone. If he ever had them at all, they're gone now. Them days are over. You ain't getting those back. Sometimes I think our listeners are probably like, tell us what you really think, Chrome and Wubs.
I thought we were doing that.
I know we are. That's my joke. It's like we're too honest about all this shit.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure we've offended all of our listeners at one point or another in some way.
Oh joy. Oh joy. I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. I'm so sorry.
Only the toughest people listen to Chrome and Wubs. That's the thing. Our audience is the real ones.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you what Zom says. Zombie JLT1.
Mm,
I'm gonna tell you what he says. If you're made of glass, don't listen to Chrome.
that's good advice.
You know,
I agree.
I can apply that to this show. Don't listen to it if you're made of glass, man.
Right? You're not gonna like it. Absolutely.
You're not into. Are you into Elden Ring?
I got a copy of it for PS4 a while ago. Like I picked it up for like 20 bucks. But I haven't played it yet.
Okay, because everybody's talking about the DLC is hard as fuck.
Yeah, I've heard about that. And it's also
Yeah,
expensive, right? Isn't it like 50 bucks?
yeah, we're talking about this $40. I think it's $40
40? That's
for the.
still a
Yeah,
lot, man, for DLC.
this is fucking hard.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, damn, you got to struggle with it too,
You
like that.
know, those are the games though. Remember we were talking about speed runs and skill?
Yeah.
Somebody who's good at Souls-like games, that's fun to watch because
Yeah.
that's also a thing. You know what it's like? It's like watching a martial arts tournament because it's like these people train super hard for that. You know like to be able to do that stuff well takes a lot of focus and dedication. So when I watch somebody play a Souls like and they're actually good at it, it's like holy shit, this person put the hours in. You know?
Yeah. Oh, I know what to talk about next. This is concerning. Hope I can find the post. I think he posted it yesterday morning. But I hope I can find it.
Hmm.
This is concerning Pride Month. Now, first off, I don't care. I wouldn't fucking advocate that it goes away. You know, let them
Mm.
go out and
Sure.
parade around, whatever.
Okay.
My issue is, why would you want to bring your child to a gay pride parade, knowing that they gyrate around half naked and all that shit? It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you as a parent?
Hmm.
Bring your child out there to see all that.
Right. I Yeah, I agree with you. I don't know why anyone would do that. Um, I I can tell you my parents certainly wouldn't have done it, and I'm glad they wouldn't have. Never did. So and I also have nothing against gay people or pride or whatever. Um, I will tell you though, the friends I had when I was in college who were gay and they were, they were out and open, everybody knew it. Um, those guys would have despised the idea of something like Pride Month because to
Mm-hmm.
them it wasn't about, you know, getting half naked and gyrating in the middle of the street, parading themselves around. It was who they were.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Mm-hmm.
how they lived their lives. They didn't want to be seen as different. They just wanted to be accepted. You know,
Mm-hmm.
um, and they didn't have a need for attention or to celebrate so aggressively the fact that they were gay in such a public fashion. I'm sure they would have found it distasteful.
Yeah, a lot of gay men and women find Pride Month distasteful. I mean,
Yeah,
Pride Parade for that matter, they find it disrespectful,
I would.
distasteful.
I can
You
tell
know.
you if I was part of the community, I certainly would. And I also like just as a straight person, I'd say like I don't have a need to do that as a straight person. And people say, "Oh, well, you don't have
Mhm.
anything to prove," and it's like, yeah, well, why do they? You know, um,
Right.
why do they have this need to prove? Why do they have to shove their genitals in our faces every year, like, and all that? And it's like I'm kind of like you, like I'm not going to advocate for it to go away or anything. I still think it's kind of stupid. I think it's a waste of time. But I think a lot of things are stupid and a waste of time that I'm not going to put any more energy into, trying to get rid of or anything. That's just one of many.
I was thinking too, like, 'cause, my brain is like a cog that keeps fucking turning.
Mm,
So after I read that tweet, uh, I was like, I wonder. I already know the answer to this question too, which is because the double standards is amazing.
mm,
Now, let's say there was a straight woman pride parade.
mm.
Okay,
Yeah,
they ride on the floats, butt naked, twerking,
yeah,
being a proud straight woman or whatever, right?
right.
They they wouldn't bring their sons there to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? But you would bring your son to a gay pride parade to see gay men gyrating around.
Yeah.
Why
What's up
would
with
you
that?
bring them to a parade where there's women there doing the same thing?
Yep. What's up with that?
Mm-hmm.
And this comes back to the thing, I think you've mentioned it before. There's a push to make men gay in society
Yeah, that's
for
what I'm getting at.
for
That's what I'm
some
getting at.
some
Yep.
reason. Yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
definitely see that as well. I don't know why. I'm not certain. Well, I mean, I have my theories, but I have no definitive proof of anything. But it's yeah, that's definitely an issue in my opinion.
Yeah, they making the women in these video games look like men. It's like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's
It's
up
like
with
they want
that?
this. They want us to be attracted to masculinity, even if it's supposed to be a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Like fucking Abby for The Last of Us 2 and shit.
Right.
Like that bitch is fucking like Arnold Schwarzenegger times 10. What the fuck?
Yep. Like you can't expect people to be attracted to that. Is kind of how I feel about it. Like or want to yeah, want to play as those characters. That's just dumb.
Yeah, and it's okay to see Abby getting fucked
Mm,
from behind. From a look like two men going at it, and
mm-hmm.
it's okay in Baldur's Gate 3 for you to have sex with a fucking bear. That's
Mm-hmm.
okay. But when it comes to a game like Stellar Blade, that's when they fucking draw the line all of a sudden. Oh shit, she's too revealing.
She's actually an attractive woman. Oh my god, can't show
Yeah,
that.
right. Oh my god, we
Ah,
gotta do something about this.
what we're actually promoting positive sexuality, and since I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
And people say, "What do you mean? Oh, does that mean you think that other sexualities are negative?" It's like I don't think they're positive. You know, I'm not going to say they're negative, but do you think bestiality is a healthy thing? I I don't think it's healthy. Uh, it's a thing, but I don't think it's necessarily healthy. To your point about the bear sex in Baldur's Gate 3,
Yeah, but they don't say nothing about that. Double standards is amazing. It's like, what the fuck?
by the way, bestiality is illegal in most parts of America anyway, as
Yeah,
far as I
most
know.
part, yeah.
And
Yeah, I don't know.
there's
Yeah,
probably
they
a
were.
reason for that. There's probably a good reason for that. So,
I
not all.
don't know if we mentioned this on the show before, but it was this. I remember it was this girl. She uploaded a video on YouTube talking about having sex with a dog.
Mm, wow, really?
I don't know if we talked about that before. She was a young girl, attractive,
Mm-hmm.
and she made a YouTube video. This was years ago, but I was like, how in the fuck can you conjure up in your mind to make a video talking about that?
Right?
Fucking amazing, man. And to go even further, I'm gonna tell you about a worse one. There was this dude named his username was Omnipolitics.
Mm,
Okay,
mm-hmm.
he's gone now. Nobody knows what happened to him.
Yep.
Somebody probably fucking shot him,
Mm-hmm.
but for all I know, because this dude was actually advocating for pedophilia and shit.
Oh, damn.
And he had to been about what 17 or 18 years old, something like that.
Boy.
Young dude. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, I guess if you're gonna do that, it's better to do it while you're a minor, because holy shit, once you're not, you're gonna get on a
No, he
list.
wasn't. That's why people had a problem with it. He wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, he's like, oh, well, I don't see nothing wrong with it. You know, boo, boo. There was the other dude named Amos G.
Mm,
He was promoting that shit on his shit. Somebody ended up slapping his ass. He
wow.
lucky he only got that. It's like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with these people?
That's crazy, man. I can't. Can you imagine doing that? I can't even imagine it. Like being okay with that. Now, I will say, I think some people will go on witch hunts with that stuff. That can happen, right? Where it's like an 18-year-old is having sex with a 17-year-old or a 16-year-old.
Mm,
It's the end of the fucking world. And it's like, no, it's not. All right, they're those are peers. Those people, and I know technically that's not the case. They'd say like, oh, he's 18, she's 16, can't do that. And I just want to be like, wow, y'all need a history lesson if you think that's bad, because there's all kinds of bigger age gaps than that throughout history
yeah.
that have happened. Also, for very healthy relationships, I might add, have happened.
Hmm.
Hell, most of the married people I know have more than a 2 year gap, you know, in their
Hmm.
ages. So everybody just chill the fuck out. Okay, is kind of what I want to say about that stuff. And you know what I love, Chrome? This is what I love about that. People will freak the fuck out about like an 18-year-old having sex with a 16-year-old, and then
Oh yeah, they
you know what
will. Yeah.
happens after that? A legitimate pedophilia event happens, like a fucking 35-year-old teacher with
Hmm.
like a 15-year-old, student or younger.
Uh-huh.
I've seen
Yeah.
some of this shit where it's like these are middle school kids. Some of these female teachers, by the way, will be
Yeah.
sleeping with
Yeah.
in their 20s and 30s, and everybody just looks at that like, "Oh, no big deal. Bet he enjoyed it. Lucky him. I wish I was that kid." You know? And I'm
Oh
just like,
yeah.
that shit happens,
I
and I'm like, you fucking hypocrites. Like,
could joke about that. I'm like, oh, I
dear
wish that was me.
God.
What do you think about that?
What's that?
I joke about that. Say, oh, that was me. I'll be fucking our brains out.
right?
It's a
Yeah,
complete joke.
I do too. But at the same time, like I look at it like, why is everybody so freaked out about the 16-year-old and the 18-year-old?
I get
But
the point.
but nobody cares about. This is a legit like child and adult thing. Like that's like you know that's insane. You know, but they'd give the 18-year-old guy if it's a guy, right? That's the other thing. The guy has to be older. If the guy is 18 and she's 16, oh my God, it's the end of the fucking world. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
pedophilia. You
It
know, like
depends on the gender, what gender they are.
yeah, it's
They get.
absolutely yeah. You want to talk about sexism, Miss Swift? There's your sexism right there in our
Yeah,
society. The double
yeah. I'm,
standards.
I'm, I got something else to tell her ass too, since she thinks she fucking knows it all. It's like, let's say, I'm give two fucking scenarios. Okay, I love to
Mm,
bring this shit up to fucking feminists.
right.
Okay, so number one, if a woman goes to the park and takes pictures of little kids,
Yeah.
people nobody will bat an eye. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
if a man do it, they'll go to question him. What are you taking pictures of little kids for? He'll get harassed by the community because he's taking pictures. But with the woman, they won't do shit. There was a social experiment where that actually happened.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking ridiculous. So now, in scenario two, uh, I I sit on a plane next to a girl. I'll get asked to get up and find another seat because I'm a man. But if I'm a female, they won't even fucking approach me.
Sure. Yep.
So who is being who now where's the sexism directed towards in those scenarios, Taylor Swift?
Right.
Who's getting the short end of the stick in those scenarios?
I, it's like the same thing you said earlier too about prison sentences. You know, men get longer prison sentences. We by far do the
Yeah.
majority of military service and dying in war.
Yep.
Like it's not even
Yep.
close for that. Like you couldn't even fucking measure the difference there. It's so like microscopic how many women actually legitimately die in war. I'm not saying none do, but
Right.
it's a very small number compared to men. Um,
It's the man is going to be getting drafted anyway, not the women.
yeah, and most
Unless they
countries,
unless they ran out of men to draft.
right, and most countries don't draft women. Some do, but most don't.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
this is another area of inequality that no one wants to talk about if they're a feminist, but it is also like a very big reality of the world we live in. By the way, I think it's fine. I'm not out here saying like, oh yeah, every woman needs to get drafted. You know, I don't think that's a good idea at all. I think it's very dumb to do something like that because fundamentally, I don't think women are as well equipped as men for war in general. And you can call me a sexist if you want to do that, but you know, it is what it is. You take the worst male MMA fighter in the world, put him against the best female MMA fighter in the world. Look at what's gonna just watch what happens,
Mm-hmm.
and then you'll
Mm-hmm.
understand why I'm saying what I'm saying. Okay. There's a reason all these guys, by the way, are just trying to say, like, oh, yeah, I'm transsexual, so I'm a woman. I suck generally at my sport, but if I can compete against women, I'll get all the gold medals. So, yeah, I'll just say that I'm a woman so that I can win all these medals. Like, that's the thing. There's a reason they're doing that. It's going that way and not the other way. You know, you don't see a bunch of women saying like, "Hey, I got a dick now. Let me compete against all the boys in the Olympics and all these other things." Gee, I wonder why that's not happening, Chrome. Why is it only going the other
Mm-hmm.
way?
Gee, that's a mystery. That's
uh,
a head scratcher.
that's a head scratcher right there. By the way, again, I don't, and I don't have a problem with it because I don't live in a delusional world. Like it's fine. Yes, men are physically more capable of doing physical things than women in general, like 99% of the time. And that's okay. That's just the way we've been made. That's biology. Whatever you believe religiously or, evolutionarily or whatever, as it stands right now at this very moment, men in general are more physically capable than women of doing
Yeah,
physical
yeah.
things. The
It's
end.
biology. Don't
That's
hate. It's
it's
biology.
biology. I didn't make it this way.
Yeah.
Chrome didn't make it
Nope.
this way. This is just the way that it
Nope.
is. Okay?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
and this is just the world that we have to live in.
Yep. Yep.
And by the way, that's okay too, because women, you're better at other stuff.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
certainly better at having children than we are. So, um, it's
Exactly.
um, no one's gonna debate that. You know, so it's just different. It's not that we're better or worse than each other. We're just different. And I
You were
don't
just different.
understand why it is so hard for people to accept that.
I mean, if there's any, I mean, don't feel too butthurt, ladies. I got something for you. Let me put some ointment on that wound of yours.
Mm,
So just in case your butt hurt. Now, I used to watch this show called The First 48. It's a detective show. Okay, they brought the guy in for question. They knew he killed this woman, but they wanted him to confess it.
mm,
The male cop couldn't get that man to confess to shit. So they sent the female cop up in there, the female detective in there, right?
yep.
He got that man to spill everything.
Wow.
That's called the woman's charm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So take a bow, ladies. You women are better at negotiation than men can ever be. And you should be proud of that.
Yep. There you go. Not just negotiation, manipulation.
Manipulation. Yes, she manipulated that man to admit that he murdered somebody.
Wow. Can you imagine that? That's insane. Like the.
Yeah. It's in general. Women detectives are likely to get a male to crack as opposed to male detectives.
Mm-hmm.
It's something about them that they got that manipulation tactic. They
Yep.
just have it, you know.
Right. That we would really struggle with, like probably to try to simulate.
Not to say male detectives haven't got men to crack.
Mm-hmm.
It's happened, but women are more likely to be successful than males.
Mm-hmm. I see.
So, what do you think about this next one here? I heard about this actually today. I heard about this regarding Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Oh, what is it?
Uh, the Japanese players petitioned Ubisoft to cancel Assassin's Creed Shadows, accused the game of being a serious insult to Japanese culture and
Oh,
history.
oh my God. I was so hoping something like
Wow.
this would happen. I've been hoping
Wow.
that would happen to that game. After our conversation about it before, where you told me it was
Yeah.
the Black Samurai thing and all of
Yeah.
that, because I was listening to it thinking like this is the most insulting shit ever if I was a Japanese person. Like, and legitimately cared, and I was just like, oh God, I'm so offended because, you're doing this. Like, I wouldn't care. But, it is annoying if you actually like the franchise and want to play the game, right? It's like, it's pretty much a slap in the face to the players, is what I feel like. Um,
Mhm.
so go way to go, Japan. Go for it. Yeah, and you know what? Ubisoft is probably going to listen to them because all they do, they become one of these
Probably.
companies. All they do is kowtow to all of the victim shit, right? Like anyone cries victim, and it's like, yeah, we'll just we'll just do whatever they want, whatever, because we don't want to appear to be remotely racist or insensitive or whatever is going to offend 5 people on Facebook that actually care. Like that's what it'll probably be. They'll probably actually get something done with that. I don't know if they'll be able to cancel the game, but you know, it doesn't make Ubisoft look very good, does it?
No.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but that feminist writer, I'm pretty sure she has a message to convey through that game. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's got
What
to come out. She got a message.
What do you think the message is, Chrome?
Um, I don't know. But I'm
See,
sure I'll find out once the game comes out.
if we were women, we'd be better at manipulation. We'd probably know what she was gonna do.
Yeah.
As it stands, I have no fucking idea. I can't see why anyone would write this shit. What could they possibly hope to gain?
I'm all for trying to be fair to all writers, not looking at their gender, but there's just some things women should not be writing for, man. It's same the opposite effect with men.
Mm-hmm.
There's just certain topics that they should not write for.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them is like comic books, like such games like Spider-Man and Batman. A woman should be writing that shit.
Right.
I mean, the writer of Assassin's Creed is a feminist woman.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what? How's this story gonna? How can you look forward to a good story?
Right. Man, I can tell you, just talking about comics real quick, like,
Yeah,
comics have been absolutely invaded by all of this woke feminist bullshit agenda,
yeah.
like horribly. Like, that's one reason I got actually more into gaming in the last few years, because I was getting really tired of all of the woke shit getting into comics. And then people I actually liked, creators I actually liked, getting attacked for the most mundane, dumb shit. Like that they were apparently doing, or like they were apparently intolerant or whatever, or regressive. You know how it is. Like they're just, people were getting canceled for no good reason at all. And it was pissing me off. So I just sort of quit engaging with that community
Hmm.
because it was making me sick how brainwashed so many of the people were that were talking about it. Again, I don't even think it was people that bought comics. I think it was just people talking shit in the community about stuff, because the people that actually bought comics, my friends and stuff, for the most part, not all of them, but for the most part, felt like I did about it. Like it was all just blown out of proportion.
Hmm.
So yeah, video games is catching up though, I have to say. I'm not happy about what's happening in gaming with all of, when it comes to
Yeah.
regards to that stuff at
A,
all.
a good crash, a good crash needs to happen, man. It's got to happen.
Yeah,
I hope it happens.
I'm really hoping more people take our lead and just decide to skip a generation, you know, because that would cause the industry to really have to look at itself and say, okay, we really fucked up this generation. What do we need to change, you know, to get back on track and actually not selling, but producing good games that people actually want to play. Because this is the other thing that pisses me off about it. It's like all these companies, it's not like they don't know what to do. Like all of these legacy companies that go back to when we were kids, they've been making good games forever. It's like they just collectively decided not to all of a sudden. Like that's what it feels like. And it's like, what for? Why were you trying to appear so virtuous to people who don't even fucking play games? Like, they don't care about you fundamentally as a company. They don't care how well you do, if you sell any games or not. The people who care are Chrome and Wubs, because we actually want to play the fucking games. You know, I I don't want SquareSoft or Square Enix to die just because they had a few stinkers. You know, I don't want them to go under or be in financial trouble because they made a few bad moves. That's not my fantasy, but that's where they are right
Yeah.
now. So, And I feel like they did it to themselves, listening to all this woke crap. Going down that road, trying to make games for quote the modern audience, whatever the fuck that means. I still don't know what the fuck that means. That term game journalists throw around all the time as if we all know what the fuck that means. You know what I think when I hear modern audience, Chrome? Literally all I hear is people who don't play games.
Yeah, that's what they
That's all
are.
I hear. And so, like, every time someone says the modern audience, making games for the modern audience, it's like, oh, so you don't want to sell games. You're not in the business
No,
of
they don't.
selling games. You're in the
They don't.
business of making games that no one will ever fucking play. That's the business that you're in when you're making games for a modern audience. Okay, maybe you need a tax write-off. Maybe a holding company controls you and they're literally just using you for a tax write-off. Okay, that's the only reason you should be making games for a modern audience. That's literally it. There is no other good reason for you to be doing that shit as a game studio.
The modern audience.
It's such bullshit. It's like the amount of disconnect that it takes for them to have. It's like, how is it even possible for these companies to be that disconnected from their own customers after decades of building their audiences? Like, how is it even fucking possible for them to be that ignorant about us? The people who actually play games, the people who actually buy games. Like, I don't even know how it's fucking possible. Who went into the boardroom and was like, what would be a really great idea? Let's make a bunch
Yeah.
of woke bullshit nobody wants to play. That's gonna make us more money, and then
Hmm.
they all agreed, I guess. I don't know how the fuck this shit went down, but it's like, for some of the companies like Square Enix in particular, it's been a fucking disaster, you know. And I'm actually surprised we haven't heard more about purging happening in these companies, layoffs, people like, and big people too, not the little people, but like, you know, directors and CEOs getting flushed as a result of it. Yet it's got to be coming, man. Like, the money that's been involved with some of these things I've heard about. Square lost $140 million because of this shit that they were trying to pull with these woke games. That I know a lot of these games have big budgets, $100 million budgets. That's still a massive hit for a company to take on the balance sheet, like that, for a gaming company. That is, they can't afford to do that, but so many times before they're going to be in serious trouble. That's just somebody epically fucked up for that to happen. Really, a lot of people had to epically fuck up for that to happen at a company like Square.
Hmm.
It wasn't just one. What do you think?
I got nothing to add. You're right. You're not wrong.
And the game that came out, that bomb they had for Spoken, that was the one I heard
Oh God,
just
yeah. I remember
horribly
that.
bombed. I remember
Oh
I
yeah.
watched reviews on it. I mean, the graphics looked really cool, but dude, everything about that game just looked like ass. Like, the protagonist just seemed like a total bitch. The Not a likable character at all. The message, I don't even know what the fuck the message was. Um, be an asshole, I guess, was the message. Like, be an angry female was the message. I don't know. That's what I took from the reviews. The reviews just wrecked it to the point where I was like, I don't even want to fucking play this thing. Like, I'd had chances where I could have got it for like $14, $15, and I was just like, no, I don't even want to. Not even for that price. I don't even want to try this game. That's too bad because the production value otherwise was super high. Like, the game is beautiful. The action looks awesome, but I just have no interest in that character or the story based on what I heard about it in the reviews and what I read. I could see why it bombed.
Hmm.
It was fun to watch Stellar Blade come out this year. I still think that the whole,
Yeah.
all of the drama around it was largely manufactured. You know, because I was thinking to myself, okay, if I was the smaller dev studio in Korea and I really wanted to get a bunch of free advertising, what's the best way I could do that? Oh yeah, I'm gonna make my protagonist sexy as fuck and female, and like just ridiculously beautiful on a level that gamers haven't had for probably a decade at this point, and completely buck the whole narrative of putting ugly women into games. And all of the journalists are going to do all of my advertising for. I'm not going to have to spend a penny on advertising. This bitch is going to sell itself. I think that I think that's exactly what they did. You know, if we knew behind the scenes, emails, you know, demos, releases that were going on in the year or two leading up to the release, I bet that's exactly what happened. That like whoever released this game to the journalists and had them doing reviews whenever they did it, fucking genius. That was the marketing genius right there. Whoever did that,
Yeah.
uh, I don't think that they had to spend a penny on marketing Stellar Blade. It absolutely sold itself. Did you see a single Stellar Blade ad? I never saw an ad for it.
An ad for Stellar Blade?
Yeah, I never saw an ad
No, I haven't.
because you didn't need to. You knew exactly what it was. The journalists made
Mhm.
sure because they wouldn't shut up about it. All those
I know she.
angry, ugly liberal journalists were like, "Oh my god, it's a pretty woman in a video game. It's the end of the world. We're gonna give the men what they want. No!" I swear to God, it was like a year going up to it, man. That's just what it felt like. It's just like every gaming journalist just had to shit all over Stellar Blade. I swear, every time I saw another one, I was like, "Oh God, I can't wait to play this game." You know, it's just like every new one was just like, "Oh my God, this game's
Yeah.
gonna be amazing." You know, like, and it was, man. I played the demo. The demo was fucking awesome. I didn't buy the game, of course, because you know I don't buy new games. But you know, it just it's a beautiful game, and I'm glad it did well.
Yeah, man. Me too.
The studio definitely deserved it. They did a good job. They actually made a game that's fun that people want to play. Oh my god, how the fuck did that happen in 2024? Holy shit.
No
Do you know how that?
idea.
I don't
Yeah.
know how that happened. Do you know how that happened, Chrome?
Maybe they didn't care. Maybe they wasn't worried about pleasing the modern audience. Maybe that had something to
that,
do with it.
that might have had something to do with it.
I mean, they did bow down to Sony with two of their costumes being censored, and the director lying his ass off talking about
Mm.
that was the original fucking set line, motherfucker.
That stuff pissed me off. That was where I
Yeah,
was I was really like, no, you needed to take the hard line with Sony and be like, hey, if
and he needed right.
you want this game on your platform, you're not going to edit it at all, you know. And you know, that's exactly what I would have done if I was the director of the company or
Mm,
whatever. I would have absolutely squared off with Sony and said, you know, you can threaten me with whatever you want. The fact of the matter is the buzz around this game is bigger than either of us. People are going to play this game one way or the other. So you can either work with us or, you know, I mean, really, that's it. You can work with us. If you want the game on your platform, it's on my terms. That's it. you know. And if Sony
Yeah, it's only
denied at that point, could you imagine what would have happened on the internet? The explode if like the studio said no, we're not releasing the game because Sony is violating our contract. You know, if it went public, the like shit storm that Sony would have been hit with at that point would have been unbelievable. You know, from the community, it would have been incredible. I actually kind of wish that would have happened just so I could witness it. You know, I would love to see. How fast would Sony have been backtracking that decision? It would have been because the outcry from the community would have been bigger than anything we've ever seen in the gaming community. I'm convinced if that had actually happened. Like, cause people were gonna be out for blood if they couldn't play Stellar Blade by the April or whatever. That was the
Mm-hmm.
only game anybody gave a shit about that was coming out this year was Stellar Blade. Really, that wasn't part of an established franchise. You understand? Um, I'm not saying that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and the Mario games and all that. Yeah, of course they're big releases, but as far as a new IP, nothing was bigger than Stellar Blade this year. Like not even close, at least that I'm aware of.
Stellar Blade.
But it's all about money. And I know that too. That level for the CEOs and everybody. They're trying to play nice with Sony. They weren't gonna stand on principles or anything. But they did eventually go back and uncensor it, right?
No, they brought more costumes that were revealing as DLC.
Ah,
Something like DLC, or you could, or more costumes you can earn by playing the game. I'm not sure, but those costumes weren't censored. But the two costumes that were censored was not decensored at all. Still,
hmm. Okay. Yeah, that's still a problem.
and it's like you're trying to fucking like band-aid the wound, but it's not working.
Well, and it's so
It's like
stupid too, because like to me that as a consumer that just feels like a scam to sell DLC. That's all that feels like, right? Because it's like you've told me like I'm gonna have uncensored costumes and then you censor them,
mhm,
and now I gotta buy a new DLC that's uncensored.
mhm, mhm.
That's some bullshit. Yeah.
Man, I bet you feminists hate Vera Dark, man.
Vera Dark.
God damn. Yeah, I bet you they can't stand her.
Who's Vera Dark?
Oh, she's a YouTuber who's has brains. Female that
Oh.
has brains,
Oh wow. Yeah.
and she's pretty.
Send me a link then. I'll check her out. I don't know if I've seen her channel.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, she's pretty too. She's always been pretty. I've been following her for years. And Vera Dark. Okay. I'm a share a channel with you.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, there it is.
Oh yeah. No, I've seen. Yeah, I know her. I just didn't remember her
Yeah,
name.
Vera Dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. The name used to escape me too for a while.
She gets pretty political and can be kind of flat toned at times, but I like her content overall.
Yeah.
I mean, we get political.
I mean, yeah, sometimes we do.
I
You know what I'm
can't.
saying?
I'm not trying to be a hypocrite.
Yeah, the debate is a fucking mess, man. What the fuck? It's like,
Oh, right.
what I sent you earlier. They had to like 4 days ago. They had to escort Biden's wife had to escort him off the stage. I'm like, come on, he can't even walk down a few he can't even walk down a few steps by himself.
That's hilarious.
I'm like, oh,
I heard somebody say that they thought his wife wanted him to run more than he wanted to run, like he was just doing it because she wanted him to, or something. I don't know if that's
I can
true.
believe that. I can believe that too.
Yeah, I could believe it.
But, but if he wins again, and if anything happens to him, Kamala's gonna instantly become
Mm.
president.
Mm-hmm.
That's what people was thought saying, especially right wing people. They were saying that when Biden won the last time, they said that it's probably they probably have plans to make her president. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I actually that sounded believable to me too. I was like, yeah, I can see that happening.
Right. Yeah, I can see that too. Oh, it's I don't know, man. I find it so boring.
Because because she was running though, but she stopped running against him, and she ended up becoming his vice president after she called him racist and shit. And the debate saying Biden was racist. But I said, wait a minute, you mean to tell me the same woman they call him racist on the debate ends up being his vice president? What type of shit?
See, that's the perfect illustration of what I
Yeah,
said before with women in entertainment. They've always got that
yeah,
dick sucking option, right? They can
yeah.
always, doesn't matter what they do, what they say, at the end of the day, they can always just suck a dick and get a promotion. So, that's exactly what happened. Kamala Harris was sucking some shriveled dong in the DNC.
Yeah, she was sucking somebody's dong. Like, all right, I'll be vice president. Suck my dick. Okay. Yeah, the professional victim 101, man. She gonna get
Oh,
people so
yeah.
bad.
No
But she
kidding.
played that victim card during that debate, thinking they was gonna get us some votes and shit.
Right? That's
Like,
amazing how nobody gave a fuck, isn't it?
right. My sister was like, I never heard this woman before. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right?
nobody have. I haven't.
Yep. But she's rich and powerful. She wouldn't be on that stage. So, she can play victim as hard as she wants to. She's not one.
Hmm.
She's just an actor.
I just ran across a tweet from Ryan's girlfriend, Miss Ashley.
Yeah.
Yeah. She tweeted, she was like, she says, one more day of work tomorrow, then 5 days off. Yay. I just thought I'd share that. She got 5 days off.
That's nice.
Also, they raised, speaking of work, they raised the minimum wage starting this month.
Oh, really?
At least in my neck of the woods. At least in my neck of the woods, they did.
Oh, that's
Think
cool.
about it, they getting like 16 something an hour.
Right?
You know, yeah. Oh, I saw something on Fat Acceptance. I think it was yesterday, and they had like a fat girl meeting or some shit.
Oh, really?
I forgot what they called it, but it's like a meeting where all these overweight land whales would get together, and pretty much they have flyers talking about you're beautiful,
Uh,
and they got all these fucking phrases to make themselves feel good so
uh,
they can live in a delusional bubble and shit. And one person
yeah.
commented, interesting. I don't see no old people there. They're all young.
Oh my god.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
That's
And
hilarious.
another person says, yes, they're also all women. I don't see no fat men there. I said, I don't see them either. They're all bland, well women. Oh my God. What a gathering.
Wow. That's hilarious.
I was looking for Tess Holiday. So where's she at?
Right? Is she dead now? Did she die?
No, she's still alive.
Okay.
She's still alive.
I saw this great video the other day. I forget it's some YouTuber, one of the more conservative. Oh, you know who it was? It was Blair White had this awesome video where she just lampooned the fact that all of these fat influencers on YouTube. She went down this list of like 10 of them in a row in like a 1 minute video, and they kept after the little clip of them, she'd say they're dead, they're dead, they're dead. You know, like over and over again, just basically saying like they died, they died, they died, whatever, just
Yeah,
to illustrate the
yeah,
fact of how fucking stupid that is. The fat influencer shit. All of these people are dying, and they're all like in their 30s. You know, most of them were
yeah.
like 20s, 30s, 40s at the most. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and she's just like, they
Mm-hmm.
died, they died, they died, over and over again. And I really appreciated that video. It was like, thank you for doing that.
Oh wow. Yeah, just give them that truth, man. It's like,
Yep,
look, these women ain't living long lives.
yep. This is such a dumb
Right.
thing. This should have never become popular or generally accepted
Nope.
in society. It was such a stupid thing that is literally killing people. That's the other thing. Why aren't there more big celebrities coming out and saying Lizzo's bullshit? You know,
Yeah, Lizzo should be front and center with that shit. Like,
right?
yeah, big women in the house. You remember what she did something stupid some years back. She went to like this basketball game. She wore like this revealing dress,
Mm-hmm.
and you could see like her thong and shit.
Ugh. God, I'm glad I missed
And I
that.
was like, yeah, I was like, holy shit! I made a video talk about it during that time. I was like, this bitch is out of her mind, man.
Disgusting. You know what's funny too? Like her being out there, being all about body positivity and all that bullshit. You know what the equivalent of that is? That's like me going out and saying, "Hey kids, you know what's really fun? Crack." You know, that's like the equivalent. But I would be arrested for that shit. And instead, she is beloved by all these fucking idiots. You know, for saying, "Oh, thank you. Like I'm fat as and unhealthy as fuck, but thank you for making me feel good about myself and lying to me about my addictions and shit." You know, like that's the level that it's at. It's so sickening to me. Like the level of evil that you have to be to tell people, to lie to people about their health like that
Yeah,
is
that's evil
is
for
fucking. I'm not a big like heaven hell person, but holy shit, if there's a hell, there's there's a space reserved for those people. That is just some evil shit. At least with a drug dealer,
sure.
he has no like. They don't fucking lie. You know, they'll hook you up with the drugs, but they're not going to say like, "Oh yeah, kid, the drugs will make you strong like Superman." You know, like I mean, I guess some of them might, but you know, it doesn't take long to figure out that's bullshit. You know, like, there's no pothead.
Mhm.
There's no pothead who smokes pot and is like, "I'm so much healthier because I smoke pot." There might be some delusional idiots out there who think that, but
Yeah,
um, anyone with a brain knows that's not the case. Not attacking potheads. I'm not attacking anyone here. I'm just saying like don't lie to yourself. Okay? Like that's it. Smoking
that's what
anything
they're
is
doing.
not going to make you healthier than if you hadn't smoked it. If you don't believe me, there is a plethora of scientific evidence backing up what I just said. Have fun. It's all on Google. Enjoy. Don't take my word
Hell
for
yeah.
it. Same thing with all this body positivity crap. Plethora of scientific evidence. You will die before you can read it all. All of the studies about how obesity complicates basically every disease known to man. So again, Google. It's all on Google. Enjoy. Go educate yourself. If you don't believe me,
Oh,
don't take my word for it. It's all out there. None of this is hiding from you.
you'll die before they finish reading it.
Even if you're healthy, you're gonna die
Damn.
before you finish reading it because there's so much. That's how much there is. You know?
Oh my shit. Man, I gotta get back to watching body positive videos because they definitely discourage me from overeating and shit.
Right? Because you
In a good way, I'm discouraged.
see,
I'm
they actually have a
discouraged like a
good. They're
motherfucker.
actually useful for you then. Like they have a like they're so fucking
Mhm.
stupid. You realize how
Yeah.
dumb they are, and you want to do the opposite thing.
And you could and I like to watch those videos when they like show themselves dancing and shit.
Oh god,
All that blood is up. Brr, brr, brr,
they
but I'm
look
like,
so disgusting.
it is, man. I was like, God damn.
You know what would be funny?
Oh,
That's another one we could roast. We could just roast body positivity videos.
it'd be fun, man. It'd be fucking fun.
We could have a club. This is how morbid I am. We could have a club where we literally only roast like people who are dead, like body positivity influencers who are already dead, and we just do a whole video series like remembering the damned. Fat and doomed could be the name of the series. And we just roast people who are already dead from fat positivity. Try to promote it as a
Um,
lifestyle,
Die a happy woman.
right?
Too.
Keep shoveling that ice cream into your face, you fat fuck.
Ah. Oh God, I barely fucking eat ice cream. I'm really discouraged from buying it now because it's so goddamn high. I don't want to pay $8 or $7 a fucking pint. Fuck y'all.
God, is that what it costs now? Holy
Well, hell yeah, around
shit.
$7. And the sale prices is how much they should cost. Sometimes that's too fucking much. I'm like, fuck that shit. So
Wow.
I bought me a couple of tubs of s- sherbet yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Damn.
was like, shit. It's
Dude,
funny why I bought it because I was watching an old live stream of mine and I was eating sherbet ice cream. I said, "Damn, I ain't had that in a while."
the last time I
Um,
bought ice cream, it was like $4, like for a half gallon or
yeah,
whatever.
I barely touched it for years. Man. I just not a big ice cream eater. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
I used to like it when I was a kid a lot, but I haven't
Yeah.
eaten it much since then. So, I don't mean to sound like an asshole. If you like some ice cream, eat some ice cream. Like you do you. You can eat ice cream, by the way, and not be obese. You can do that. That's
Mhm.
an option. Uh, you just can't eat it all day, every day, and never move. Like,
Yeah, you gotta get off your ass and move the fuck around, man.
yeah.
Shit, I gotta get my ass walking some more. What the fuck?
Well, you've been walking some, doing some live streams, right?
Yeah, when I do walk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just being honest, man. I wish I could lie. Say, I walk every day, man. Shit, what you talking about? I walk every fucking day, man.
Well, I know part of it is you just don't like your neighborhood that much, probably, right? From what you said.
I already know it's. I could take my ass to the fucking beach. 'Cause I used to love walking to the beach.
Ah, okay. Is it very far?
Nope. It's further now that I moved, but it still ain't far.
Oh, that's good. So you can actually walk there from where you are?
Hmm.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I used to when I old place. I lived. basically at the beach, by the beach.
Hmm.
And I had to move out of that motherfucker because they raised the rent too goddamn high. I said, damn, that was
Mm,
fucking insane.
wow. So is that Lake Michigan then?
Yeah, yeah. Everybody do the Michigan ride. Everybody do the Michigan ride. I love that singing frog, man. That lovely
Wow.
ride. Cartoons used to be so fucking funny back then. My sister loved talking about this. She's like, yeah, cartoons are stupid now. Though she still watches them. That's why I love her so much.
Yeah, yeah.
But she at least she recognizes that they're dumb compared to
Oh yeah.
the shit that I used to watch growing up. Because she used to watch the stuff I grew up watching, and she admits that it's more the cartoons I grew up watching was funnier.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
They've gotten
but I don't,
progressively dumber, I'd say.
yeah, but I don't know if she watches cartoons as much as she used to because she's becoming a mom. She's
Hmm.
you know.
Sure. Well, I don't watch them as much as I used to, really. Uh, these days I've been watching more YouTube than anything else by far.
I mean, I watch some Tom and Jerry clips sometimes on YouTube. The old
Hmm.
Tom and Jerry,
Yeah,
funny shit, man. Tom and Jerry was fucking hilarious.
that's cool. Yeah, I love that stuff. I love Looney Tunes, old cartoons. I love the old Scooby Doo cartoons.
Well, Scooby Doo, where are you? We got some work for you now.
Yep, that's it.
I like that song. It's a catchy song. Scooby Doo, where
Where
are
are
you?
you?
God, I hated that fucking Velma TV show. They
Oh
fucked Scooby
God,
Doo up. They made Velma black, and
dude.
Shaggy was black.
Yeah,
It's like y'all some fucking psychos making this shit.
I heard they made Fred a cuck, like just kind of a bitch.
Yeah, he was. He was.
I didn't
I
watch
was
it.
like,
I
damn.
just saw the reviews and like
Yeah, I
some
did too. I
clips, and I
watched
was
that
like,
shit.
oh my God, I'm not gonna watch that. I'm not even gonna hate watch that. It's so disgusting.
Man,
I
fucking
couldn't
awful.
I couldn't believe what they did to that show. And I was so pissed too because when I heard they were making a show about Velma, I was excited.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, because
Uh huh.
I love Scooby Doo, and I've loved Scooby Doo since I was a kid.
Mm.
So I was like, oh, cool, this is gonna be fun because I love Velma as a character, and I was really excited to see like what that would be like, but I didn't know they were gonna make it suck on
It was
purpose.
invented to piss you off.
Yeah, I was just like, it was just invented to shit on my childhood, and I was like,
Yeah,
fuck that.
it was made with you in mind when they made the white guy cuck and they made Shaggy black. They said, "Fuck y'all, white folks, man. Yes, they love this show.
I
This
guess.
gonna piss y'all off for sure. You straight white evil man."
Well, I guess if that's the case, I guess I am straight, white, and evil. You know, whatever. Proud to be. If that's what it means to be straight, white, and evil, if it means just hating Velma, I guess that's me.
Hmm.
But I'm
Yeah,
not
it's
alone
only
because
y'all that hate
Chrome's
him.
here. You hated it too, and you're not white.
Nope. Trouble ain't. After my check, I wasn't white.
Right? So, there you go. I
I
don't get
remember
it,
I used
man.
to have. Yeah, I remember. I remember I used to have my friends calling me Michael because I thought the name sounded cool and shit.
Oh, yeah?
I remember my mom was like, "Why you got your friends calling you Mike? It says Michael home." I was like, Michael. I thought that shit was hilarious, man. Yeah, because I think it sounds cool. That's why they call me Michael and shit.
Hmm. Wow.
It was this girl that I used to play with when I was a kid. She uh she used to come. My mom to this day, my mom will sometimes talk about her. Her name was Raina. And she go, "Is so and so home?" Calling my name and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that girl's coming. That girl asked about you again. Come outside. She keeps coming over here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, Mom, she doesn't want to fuck me. She just want to play with me. You know.
Not in a fun way.
Yeah. I played my share of house with girls. I almost got this one girl pregnant.
Really?
I was like fucking 12, man.
Holy shit.
Yeah, this story. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this story. I was. This was this was my curfew was all probably past at this point. It was getting dark,
Mm-hmm.
and we was playing house on a porch and shit. Man, I was getting close too, and my mom was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh shit, house is dark." I had to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I think if my mom had said, I would have fucking blew in her, man.
Wow.
But
Wait,
yeah,
say that
like a
again.
12.
Say that again. You broke up. What was the first part of that?
No, I said if my mom hasn't called me, I probably would have got her pregnant.
Wow. Damn.
And I was like fucking 12, 13.
Shit.
Probably would have, man. Cause my thing wasn't all the way in her. It was like, but you know, all it needs is sperm to go in there anyway. I think
Yeah.
sperm would have went up, still wouldn't have been her.
God, how old was she?
About my age.
Damn. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about doing stupid shit as a kid. I did stupid shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's like holy shit. Oh, speaking of stupid shit, I didn't tell you the story of how when I met my ex, right?
Uh,
Did I shit on the show about when we first had sex and shit?
yeah. The older lady.
Yeah. Did I
Yeah.
share it on the show?
I think we did talk about it. Yeah, because you told me about it before. I can't remember if it was on the show or not, but you told me
Yeah,
about it.
I'm thinking it wasn't, but she knew what she was doing, man. The next
Right.
time we was gonna meet, she knew what she was doing. She got me.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
But she waking the beast, man. I said, once you waking that beast, that was it. I couldn't stop fucking her.
Mm-hmm. Well, hey man. Yeah, that's what happens. She knew what she was doing. She was an older lady.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I can't remember if I shared on the show before or not. I can't remember.
Well, if you want to give them the rundown, you can.
Yeah, fuck it. Just in case I didn't. I met her on a party line. Okay, and I wasn't trying to look for a girl. I was trying to look for a phone sex buddy. You know. So we ended up talking, exchanging numbers and shit like that after the phone sex, and we decided to meet because I found out she didn't live that far away from me.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw her. First day was found. Her roommate was there the first time, so we chilled, got to know each other, shit like that. Then the second time I went there, roommate was gone, and I believe that before I came there, she already had plans to fuck me
Really?
already.
Wow.
So I came there. I wasn't. I didn't think we was gonna fuck at least in that night. Yeah, this is the first time we met. Second time, so
Mm-hmm.
she ended up saying, "Oh, you want to see my room?" I said, "Sure." I said, "Sure." So she took me in her room. I sat on her bed, and she said, "I'll be right back."
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right. My dumb ass is not even suspicious of nothing until she came back with lingerie on, a thong lingerie, half naked. And she was like, "You like this?" And she turned around. I said, "What the fuck?" I said, "Wait a minute. I didn't know we was going to do it today." You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I was like, "Holy shit." Before we knew it, we was fucking like rabbits, man.
Wow. Damn. And how old was she?
Let's just say she was 10 years older than my mother.
Wow. Wow. But she looked young, right? You said she was in really good shape.
Yeah, yeah, good shape, not model body, but acceptable. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
and she had a young air about her. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Well,
she sounded young as fuck
she
on the
liked to
phone.
fuck people who are like 30 years younger than her, right? So.
Oh hell yeah, she's definitely a cougar. And she told me before we fucked that she didn't have sex for like a year. I
mm.
thought she was bullshitting until I tried to enter her. I was like, damn, your shit tight as hell. She was like, I told you to have had sex in a year. Because she's Puerto Rican and shit. And I was like, my fucking God, will I ever get in this pussy? You know?
mm. Mm-hmm.
Cause it was so rough. I was like, you got Vaseline or something? What the fuck? This shit is not letting me in.
Damn.
I
Oh
don't
my
remember if we
god.
used Vaseline. I don't remember if we used Vaseline or not. I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
But I eventually got in and I was like, finally.
Wow.
I was like, holy shit. And I accidentally fucked her in the ass, giving her doggy style and shit. And she didn't even say shit out into her ass. She didn't say nothing.
mm-hmm.
I was like, wait a minute, you mean to tell me you knew I entered your ass and then you didn't say anything? Yep, I didn't say nothing. I was like, damn, you a fucking freak.
Oh, she must have liked it.
Yeah, she liked that's why she didn't say nothing. I said I ain't tried it. I tried it into the pussy.
Some women like it, despite what uh, popular culture would have you believe otherwise.
Yeah. Harder, daddy, harder, daddy.
I don't know why that's such a big thing either. It's like okay for gay men to fuck all the time, but women can't like it in the ass for some reason. I don't know why that's like such a taboo thing
Yeah.
in our culture. It's like it's also not fucking true. So,
Yeah. Yeah, she loved it in the ass too. It felt better too because more. It had a certain grip to it. That asshole.
mm,
The
hmm
pussy didn't. I was like, shit.
I thought you were saying the pussy had the death that GI Joe kung fu grip, but this you're saying the butthole was even tighter.
No, it was easier for me to enter the butthole anyway. So
Oh,
that's why I thought
okay,
I entered the pussy.
okay.
That's why.
Okay, just clarifying for our listeners. They're gonna want to know,
Yeah, it's a great conversation. We just talk about anything that comes to mind at this point.
right?
See, we literally don't need topics. All we gotta do is hit the record
Right?
and just
Just
start talking.
yep.
We're gonna eventually talk about a lot of shit anyway.
Some shit's gonna come up. That's for sure. That we're gonna rant about
Mhm.
at some point. How much shit did I rant about tonight? We weren't ranting at all at the beginning, and then you got me into all this
What got you worked up
shit,
was Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift got you
right?
worked up like a motherfucker. I said,
Yeah.
you know what? It's your show now. You,
You
you
knew you
got the
were gonna
floor
do
now.
that
I
shit
said,
too. I know you knew you were gonna do that shit when you found that video. You planned that shit, like.
no, no. When I read that comment, I said, y'all mad. You said, yeah, motherfucker, I am mad because she's stupid. She
Right?
overly privileged, talking about all this shit, ungrateful ass. you know,
Yeah.
pretty much what she said. She to be, it's like, come on, she got nothing to complain about, man. So what the fuck you worry about how a man, right? Even if she was, which I don't believe, experiencing sexism,
hmm
it's like, what do you care at the end of the day? You got money.
Right?
It's like,
Like she doesn't have to care what any man says at all ever. Like
right.
that's a choice at this point for her. You know, like she literally she doesn't have to care what anybody says or thinks at all ever again if she doesn't want to. I think
You belong to me.
that's my other issue with like just celebrities complaining about shit like that because it's like it's such a choice. You guys don't live in the real world. You live in a total privileged bubble. You know, you don't have to deal with any of these things. You can just pay people to do and say or think whatever you want. You know, like it's why make such a big deal out of all this shit?
So let's see. I'm thinking now that a season two for She-Hulk was planned. Didn't
Mm.
happen.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why. Attorney at law. A season two for Kenobi was planned.
Yeah.
Didn't happen. I wonder why.
Mm-hmm. I don't
You have people
remember
talking about, oh, I
like
want to see a season two. You know?
I didn't watch She-Hulk because I heard about what happened to Banner in like the first episode where
Yeah,
like wasn't it something where it was like she was stronger than he was or she had more control over being a Hulk than he did or
yeah.
some
More
bullshit.
instantly than her because she gets cat calls, so she has more control of her anger
Mm,
over cat
yeah,
calls
right.
more than him.
Fucking cat call. After everything Banner went through,
Right. That
cat calls are more difficult. Literally being chased by the government for forever and God knows everybody else having to hide his whole basically his whole adult life.
you
And
can't teach me about anger because
yeah,
I control it every day as a woman.
dear
As a woman.
God, the level of stupidity to make that statement. It's like
Oh,
there's no way the writer was that dumb. They just literally that's just a really stupid agenda to try to push.
there's a video that I would like for you to share from my channel.
Okay.
Uh, I had to make fun. I love this game, by the way. I love it, but sometimes they got some feminist fucking shit in it. I had to make fun of it because if I don't, I'll be pissed and I'm gonna throw the game away. But I don't want to do that.
Yep.
But let me see if I can find it. Hopefully, I can find it. I mean, come on, man. How was a man wrong in this situation? That's what gets me. Let me see. I think I put it making fun of something. Let me see. Come on, where are you? Because I ran across it a couple of times last month when I was scrolling my channels on my stuff on YouTube. I ran
You
across it like two times.
you were talking about She-Hulk and like the other stuff that Disney's canceled. I actually did you see Miss Marvel?
Oh God, hell, I know about that. God damn.
So I actually watched Miss Marvel, and I know people like a lot of people didn't like it and stuff, but I actually found it really interesting just because I didn't know much about Indian history. And it talked about
Oh,
the Muslim, Hindu war that happened in India, I guess in the
let me stop. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. I had to say it. I had to do the Indian chant.
in
I had
the
to.
in the 70s or 80s. I don't know when it happened, but I just thought I don't know, and I liked the story. I thought it was interesting. Why did it get so much hate? Like what was it that was it just a feminist thing or was it something else? Because I really didn't get like the
It was
vibe that
just it was just underwhelming. The story was underwhelming.
mm,
It was just like
hmm
it had no spark with it. That was the complaint.
okay. Yeah, I mean it wasn't like it was some big epic story. It was just
I
like
mean, save for the fact that the original Miss Marvel was a white woman.
mm,
You know,
mm.
so you got that factor that in too.
Well, it was Captain Marvel, right? Was and it was actually a dude.
No,
The
no,
original.
Captain Marvel. Yeah, Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, two different people.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, I forgot. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, you're right. You're right. Captain Marvel was originally a dude.
Yeah. So, of course, they didn't talk about that when the Captain Marvel movie came out either. But
One person did mention that's how I learned about it. I was like, holy shit.
yeah, that was the thing. No, it wasn't long. I don't think they changed it pretty quick because or she took over, because I think he died or whatever. But I don't know. I haven't read those comics. So don't quote me. But um, yeah, Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, I think, is like the low point in all of the Marvel properties for me. Like, I fucking hated her, like
Acting
as an
bad. She was
actress
so,
and as a human being. She is terrible. Like, she's just a
yeah, she's
terrible
fucking
fucking
bad,
person.
man. No emotion whatsoever. It's like, damn, why don't you just play a fucking robot?
You can tell she sucked a lot of dong to get where she is.
I'm happy and not smiling.
Yep, that fucking like, God, if there was a face of a generation, that would be her. Uh, just for how fucking sad this generation is.
It's like, how can you like her as an actress? It's like she has nothing going on. It's like she doesn't
There's
have
no
no
way.
emotion.
There is no way. She's just fucking awful. Like, as an actress, it's fine if you like her for all their feminist bullshit. Fine, whatever. You're wrong, but fine. I could accept it. But if you actually like her as an actress, like, do you even watch movies? Like, do you? Have you ever
Okay, I found it.
seen a good movie? Let me tell you, she wasn't in it.
Okay, I found it.
Okay, what do you got?
It's called Trolling the Lawyer. It's
Give me a
about 2 minutes.
second here. I'll cue it up.
Yeah, she was trying to give that fucking I'm a woman. You don't do that to a woman. I was like, get the fuck in here, bitch.
Really? Wow, that's hilarious.
I'm glad. I love pissing off, man. I love it. I love pissing off, man. Because my character, I decided to piss her off.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know she was going to respond like that because you could see how surprised I was in my voice. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, God damn. Because at first, when I first encountered her in the game, it went smooth. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I got kind of far with her, but this time I decided to legit piss her off. I was doing it on purpose. I was trying to reply in a way that I think would piss them off.
I guess it worked.
Yeah, it worked.
All right. I've got it
Let me know when
queued
you're
up
about.
here.
Let me know when you.
Yeah. All right. I'm about to
Okay.
start it. Give me a
All right.
second. Yeah. Make this bigger. That's what she said. All right.
I'm gonna
There
start
we
at the
go.
exact same time as you, so I can see it myself.
Okay.
So let me know when
Ready
you're starting.
and go.
All right.
Let's see if I can make her hate me.
Is there anything else you fancy asking me?
Ah, that's such a shame. Okay.
You've got my full attention though for a few more minutes.
I'm gonna say not really.
Think wisely.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Damn, so heartbroken.
Cool.
Well, I'm gonna go now. Sorry if I was a bit outspoken. That's just me.
No, it's
Oh,
cool.
this really gonna piss her off.
I really know who I am and what I want, and I just don't want to waste my time. You know.
Okay. I mean, that's kind of full on, Grace.
It is.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I got
I mean,
her.
it's just the first date. I didn't think that we were gonna make like choices on. You can lighten up, you know.
Okay. So just so you know, chill out, calm down, relax, lighten up. Anything synonymous. It's probably best to keep it to yourself when you're talking to a woman.
Yeah. Understood.
Good. It's alright. I just don't want to fall out with you. Well, have a good one, Minnie.
Right.
She got mad, the motherfucker. Chill out, Grace. Chill the fuck out.
Wow.
She uptight as hell.
Oh my
Chill the
god.
fuck out. I told that before on stream. Were you talking to a woman? I'm a woman. I'm a woman. Yeah, I pissed her off. Yes!
Oh my god. That
So
was
what do you
great.
think?
That was great. Oh
I
man.
wouldn't. I I wouldn't have reacted like him. I would have been like, "Yeah, you heard me. I didn't stutter. You coming full on. This is on the first fucking date. You
Right.
can chill the fuck out. You know what I'm saying?
I
It's like,
think
how was he wrong?
it was surprise on his part, right? He couldn't believe it. He was so surprised that she was so like aggressive and decisive. I'm guessing they had just met like very recently.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's
they
like they
just
didn't even know each other at all, and she's like running him through some sort of arbitrary checklist of bullshit, probably like a million different
yeah,
items on it, and they literally just fucking met. And he's like, yeah, take a step back, relax. It's okay. There's no pressure here, because there wouldn't be, right, on a
she
first
got
date.
mad because he said chill out.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
what? How was that?
All those other phrases, synonymous, whatever, relax, whatever, and it's like, oh boy, yeah, you're right. Should never tell a woman to calm down or just
Right. Like, what's
relax,
the
be,
lesson? Like,
you
what's the
know,
lesson here? You know what
yeah, like what a
I'm
dumb fucking thing to say, that oh yeah, don't like encourage a woman to relax. Like you're right. Yeah, get back in the kitchen, bitch. Don't you shouldn't sit down and relax at all. That's what I would have said to her if it was there. Like, why are you sitting down right now relaxing and chilling out with me? Oh my god, when there's food you could be cooking or a baby you could be pushing out. Oh my god. How dare you relax with me right now, young lady? What a dumb fucking thing to say. That's hilarious, man.
Yeah, and I like the way at the end I was like, a woman just mocking her and shit. That was fucking funny to end it. Like, a woman, you talking to a woman, a woman.
Oh god. Can't say that to a woman. Oh goodness.
Especially to a woman, she
I'm a
says,
woman.
"Yeah, everybody, I'm a
I'm a
woman."
victim. I'm a victim. Oh god. My vagina.
Okay, here's another one. This clip is from the same stream. This one's a little bit longer.
Okay.
The difference between this woman and the first one that we saw, I actually like her.
Okay.
So I felt kind of bad pissing her off,
Okay.
but I just wanted to do it just to see how mad I can make her. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So this one's a little bit over 2 minutes long.
All right.
So just like the first, let me know when you're about to watch it so I can watch it at the same time with you.
All right.
Uh, yeah, I kind of felt bad, but I want to see what happened.
Oh god.
Trolling a vegan.
Oh boy.
I mean, I'm allowed to do it. I mean, like, why the fuck not?
Oh yeah, no, I'm expecting it to be hilarious. All right, trolling a vegan. There we go.
Okay, let me
All
know when
right,
you
all right,
start it.
all right. Here we go. You ready? All right, it's starting.
Okay. Okay.
Damn, she was convincing too.
So you don't have a problem with meat eaters then, yeah?
Nah, not really. I mean, so long as people around me don't eat it in front of me. Just
Oh,
out
here it come.
respect,
Here it come.
yeah, I'm alright with it. I don't think that's too much to ask, really, is it?
That would be tough for me.
Oh, really?
Well, it just kind of means that I can't be myself, and I don't think that that's healthy, really.
I think I got her. I think I got her. I think I got her. I knew I was gonna fucking get her.
Well, it's a good thing we didn't start off with a dinner date.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
I'm on this app to find like-minded people, or at least someone open-minded enough to sort of embrace my wavelength. Do you think you are?
Why do you ask?
Well, I just think it's a bit pointless to proceed if like you aren't. We'll just be like clashing the whole time, and I'm not really down for that.
I understand that.
Here you go.
Yeah. I think we might be miles apart.
Okay, cool. Well, it was lovely to meet you anyway, and have a good rest of lockdown.
Yeah, listen, you too. Have a good luck.
Like, fuck what you gotta say.
Whoa! Quick answer.
Hey, mate, I've been on tenterhooks for this debrief, man.
You were just waiting in bed for me to call you, weren't you?
Bro, stop deflecting, man. Details.
You failed all three of them.
Yeah, she was really high achieving and very intense, but I don't know, I kind of enjoyed that.
Sounds pretty good. How'd you fare?
Listen, man, I just messed it up. It wasn't pretty to watch, if I'm honest.
Oh my god, that was
He
awesome.
said I just. He said I just messed it up. You damn right you did.
I mean, yeah, but totally on purpose. I don't know why he was acting so sad about it. It was like, man, he dodged a bullet there, right? Like,
He was like, I
that's
feel when he said I feel like we're miles apart, he puts his head down and shit like
right.
that. And she's like, okay, well, I guess this is it there. And then she didn't even wait to him to say his farewell. She just turned it off.
Yep, that was hilarious. Hey, you gotta respect her hustle. She wasn't wasting time.
Hell no. Yeah,
I kind of want to play this game now.
it's called 5 Dates. It's usually on sale.
Really?
Usually.
I'll have to check.
Yeah, this the sequel. The next one they have is called 10 Days. That's fun too.
So do you win this if you just avoid getting in a horrible relationship? How do you win this thing?
All you gotta do the correct responses, basically, for them to be interested in you.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Are,
if they lose all interest in you, the game ends rather fast.
but are you actually interested? Like, are any of the women actually like women you want to get with, or are they all terrible?
No, most of them I like. I like most of them, at
Okay.
least.
I
One
mean,
of
you said
five.
you liked that girl, even though she was like,
Yeah, I like the. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, but the one I don't like the most is the first one.
mm-hmm.
That I literally don't like her.
Okay.
The lawyer one.
Yeah, I could see why. It was
I mean,
very, very apparent.
each woman, your approach has to be a certain way with each woman.
Mm-hmm.
It's like because sometimes you would think you're doing good with one, but you're actually not.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because that happened to me. Like before, I was like, "Oh shit!" I thought I was scoring with this chick. What the fuck?
Hell, man, that's just dating in general.
Yeah. So I like the writing and the choices you make, what you want to say, and see what happens. You know. But I
Mm-hmm.
was purposely trying to fuck up with those.
Oh
So
yeah,
that's why I had the clip.
this is amazing. I can't believe this is actually a game, and it came out right during the
Yeah, live
pandemic.
action.
That's
The
hilarious.
FMV. Yeah, that's why it was on lockdown. Yeah, it came out. Yeah, but when the
Wow.
second one came out, the pandemic was over. So, because in the
Yeah.
second one, you're actually in a speed dating scene in
That
the second
sounds
one.
even worse. That's terrible. Speed dating
It's
is
this chick in
a
the second
design for
one.
failure. It's a total waste of time.
Yeah. think that one. I think the second one is harder to succeed with any woman than that one. I think it's fucking harder.
I'll
But
bet.
I can't believe it. This chick. It was this guy who was like harassing my date, and I decided to jump in and protect her, being a man, right? But
Mm.
somehow that caused her to get upset, and she ended the date. I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck?
Right? Oh, you were
It's like, how
being
was
you
I?
were being toxically masculine,
Yeah, that's what pretty
Chrome.
much the message was. Like,
That's
fuck
what it
you, game. Fuck you,
was.
game.
You were supposed to let the
So I said,
bad boy just talk to
fuck
her
this man.
and take her away. That's what you were
Yeah,
supposed to do.
yeah,
As
yeah. I'm supposed to
if.
be a customer there.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, I like the second. The second with the second one, you get to play as a female and a male in the
Oh,
second one.
interesting.
So I like playing as a female. I gotta admit, I like the females route better
Really? You like
because
just
I get to fuck. I like to fuck with the guys, man. That she ends up with. There's one woman you can end up with.
hmm.
You know, like with the guy, there's one guy you can end up with.
Oh, okay.
So they each have like one same sex
Right.
potential date.
I gotcha. Damn. There's
Yeah,
some
I like
famous
her. She
people
has
in
a
this.
great sense of humor. Yeah. Yeah, I ain't played them in a while though. I feel like playing again after watching them clip.
I haven't played a game like this in a long time. I can't even remember the last game I played that would have been like this.
Well, I can share my experience from V games. The first one I played was on PS1. It was
Hmm.
based off the X Files TV show, and I
Oh,
never played a game like it before. And I was like, wait a minute, this is like real. This is real people. This ain't 3D. That's fucking cool. And I was like, I fell in love with it because the way the visuals. It's like no 3D. There's real people, and I said, man, I want more games like this to come out. But unfortunately, I didn't play another game like it.
hmm.
You know,
Right.
and then I ended up getting a PS3. No FMV games on that ever came out. So I was thinking at that point, man, that I guess it's not. I guess they don't fly. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Not super popular, yeah.
And then the PS4 comes out. I didn't discover FMV games until I went on the store when I started buying games digitally.
Hmm.
And I ran across one. I said, wait a minute. Holy shit. I was happy as fuck. And I couldn't wait to stream these games, man. Because I was like,
Well, there's a lot of
wow,
them
they just
now.
don't yeah, they just don't get as much love as 3D games.
That's true.
I don't know.
But there's a lot more of them now, right? These FMV games.
Yeah, yeah. So I got a bunch of them already in my library. So
Hmm.
and this is one developer called Wales. They make a lot. They make none but FMV games
Yeah.
based in England and the British.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, Five Dates is one of their games too. And yeah, it's they got some good FMV games. The Wales Entertainment.
That's awesome.
And yeah, there's this one FMV game I'm thinking of now. It's called what's it called? Can't remember the fucking name of it. Jesus Christ! But anyways, it's you're this guy who gets caught up in a lot of shit. It's like I mean it's hard to succeed in this game. It's easy to fucking die.
Hmm.
I'm gonna search in my library now. I'm gonna find it. So
Have
I got to
you
tell you the name.
have you played the those what is that company that makes those games? They're like really the graphics. I mean, it looks like you're in a movie almost. Like Plague
Uh,
Tale. Have you played that?
I hate that. Yeah, I own that. Yeah,
I heard that was really good. Have you? Do you like it?
yeah. I'm stuck in it. Last time I got stuck in it, I ain't
Really?
played it since.
I mean, it's like a horror sort of game, right?
Hmm. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
But it's kind of like FMV, right? Because it's like a photorealistic, the graphics and everything.
Kind of, yeah.
I mean, not really FMV, but the graphics are made for realism, right? Like it's the trying to make.
Yeah, it's realistic. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
realistic. Yeah, like it's funny because I usually because when I first saw it, it was in an ad on YouTube of all places,
Hmm.
and I usually click off ads usually, but with this one, I couldn't click away. I had to watch it. It was like gameplay footage. It looked so fucking cool,
Hmm.
and I fell in love. But I said I got to get this game.
That's cool.
Oh, it's called Late Shift. That's what it's called.
Oh, okay. I think I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's tripped out, man.
Late shift.
Yeah, it's really good. The story's really good.
There's another one I really want to play called Killer Frequency. Have you heard about that?
Killer Frequency? No, I
Hmm.
think I did.
Killer Frequency is like you're like a DJ in the 80s at this radio station, and it's all of you're on this like late night talk show and in a small town, and um and your callers are being stalked by a killer. So
Oh,
it's like a horror puzzle game, I think, where you got to figure out what's going on and who the killer is, that sort of thing.
oh, I've seen this game before.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen this before. Hold on, I think I got this in my backlog.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
Dude, it looks so
I believe
fun
I,
to me. Like I
I
really want to
believe
play
I
this.
do. I believe I do.
I love like the setting and like the just I don't know, it just sounded awesome.
I don't like. I still interested in it, but I just don't like the way you can't see yourself.
You don't like first person? Are you still there?
Yeah, I think I just heard a drive-by shoot.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's why I got quiet. But it was like pop, 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 and you get the car just speed off.
Damn.
I'm listening for some screams and shit, but it's silent at this moment. 'Cause that's how quick it is, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say I just don't like the way you can't see yourself, the protagonist. I don't like that part.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still interested in the game though. Yeah, it's on sale now until the fourth. But I don't think I'm gonna have my replacement card by then. In fact, I know I'm not gonna have it, so I'm gonna miss this sale.
How much is it?
It's 12.50 from 25.
It's $10 on Steam right now.
Yeah, but I'll be getting on Steam instead.
I think I'm gonna wait till it's 5. My backlog is already laughable.
Yeah, I don't know what they would shoot at or somebody. I don't fucking know. But if it was, I don't hear nothing now. So I'm thinking if they were shooting somebody, they got him for sure.
Damn.
And his body's yet to be discovered.
Is this a fairly regular occurrence in your neighborhood?
No, to say I'm happy to say no.
That's good.
I usually don't hear gunshots. I hear more fireworks than
Mm-hmm.
gunshots. Oh, do you like this game called My Hero Academia?
I've never played those, and I haven't seen the. It's an anime, right? I don't think I've seen the series either.
Yeah, it's based off anime. Yeah, I like the game. I like the fighting game only. It's only I'm interested in is that.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's fun. I got the first one physical copy of the first one. Yeah, I'm focusing on my three. I'm focusing on 360 at this point. So I'm not
Mm-hmm.
that.
That's probably
I probably
smart.
would.
I mean, you kind
I
of
probably
have
would miss
to because the store's gonna close.
it. Played this visual called "I'll Kill Her."
I haven't played that.
It's only it's only good for one playthrough. Unfortunately,
Oh wow.
it had zero replay value whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad it was so. That's. I mean, hold on. Let me see how much it is. It's only $4, regular price. So
That's not bad.
rightly so. I think I still got it on sale. I think so. But yeah, I mean, it was fun. I mean, when I was playing, for the first run, I streamed me playing the whole game. It's a little over an hour long. It took me to beat it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the twist at the end. You know what I'm saying? But it's no replay value. So I hate buying games when they're only good for one playthrough. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. Which is unfortunate because there's so many games I want to play, but I'd definitely rather have games that I want to play multiple times because they're so good.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I praise games. They have high replay value, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I love multiple choice games. I always get excited when I find that there's multiple endings. I get fucking excited. The more the merrier.
Mm-hmm.
God, it makes me so excited.
Yeah, those are cool.
'Cause I bought a game last month. They had fucking 9 endings in it. I was like, holy
Wow.
shit.
Damn. What's the game?
It's called. It's a dungeon crawl RPG. It's called Undead Darlings.
Hmm. Okay.
Somebody commented on my post on Undead Darlings. Said you into some weird shit.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask him how's it weird.
Mm-hmm. What'd they
I just
say?
replied, yes, I am.
Right. I
That's
mean,
what I said and said, yes, I know.
I'd say to be fair, that's they're not wrong, Chrome.
I know they wouldn't. That's why I said, yes, I am. I know they're not wrong.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't expect them to say it about this game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got these girls. It's a virus that happened, and your best friend became a zombie and shit. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
she still has her human emotions, at least for now.
Yep.
So, and you have to try to find a cure to save her. How's that weird?
Hmm.
I mean, and the fact that you get to play as zombies that are still pretty much human, I think that's pretty cool.
I think that's really cool. It's definitely different, right? Usually you're just shooting zombies.
Yeah, right. You playing as zombies. Yeah, I mean, there's zombies you gotta shoot. That's like dangerous. They lost their humanity, but these girls haven't lost their humanity at least now.
Hmm.
So man, it's a dungeon crawler. It's RPG. It's fun to play. It's challenging.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, man. Oh, I wanted this since I first saw it. I said I want to play this so bad, but I hardly ever found it on fucking sale.
I'm still waiting for Hogwarts
Okay.
Legacy to get cheap enough for me to buy it.
Oh, afraid
That's
about bought that game.
that's not a controversial game at all.
Sure isn't.
I kind
Long
of
live Hogwarts.
I kind of want to play it just because of the controversy when it was coming out and like everybody was all upset because they were like, J.K. Rowling hates trans people, and I just want to be like, I don't
Oh yeah, I want to play it
like.
now so
I was
bad.
gonna buy the game anyway. Like I don't like need another reason. I was gonna play it eventually. You guys can chill out. And also, by the way, no, she doesn't. She just like you can read what she said and stuff. It's nothing about that. It's just she thinks that women deserve protected spaces is all, or she wants women to feel safe when they go to the bathroom and shit like that. And it's not
Yeah, I do
unreasonable,
too. So I'm about to take trans too because I said the same thing.
right? It's like the only people that are upset about this, they're not trans people, they're fucking sex offenders. That's who's upset about this.
Hmm. I can't go in the bathroom again with a little girl in there. Oh shit.
Now, perhaps some of those sex offenders happen to be transsexual. I'll give you that. That's possible, but that doesn't mean that they all are.
Hmm. Yeah, just like you said, man. If the crash happens, we got more than enough games to entertain us until the shit blows over.
Oh my god. That's what it was like in
I mean,
COVID,
holy
man.
shit.
Like I literally played I played
Oh
a bunch of games during COVID, but and that's when I got into Dead by Daylight and that just sort of started dominating my game time after a while.
yeah.
Like playing with
That's too
friends.
bad it's not single player.
Yeah. I do
That's too
wish
bad,
it
man.
would be
Just
cool if it had a single
same with
player mode.
Overwatch. The same with Overwatch, man. I said, damn, that'd probably be an interesting single player game, Overwatch.
So do you do single player exclusively then?
Yeah.
Yeah. I get it, man. I wouldn't want to pay for PS Plus
Yeah,
myself.
that's what I'm about to say. Yeah.
Yeah,
Man, it was fucking free on the PS3. Fucking
right?
cunts. They had an edge over Xbox 360 because this shit was free.
I know. It still is on the
But
PS3,
yeah, but I'm like, why the fuck you want to? PS4 comes out now. You gotta make a subscription to play online. I'm surprised a lot of people didn't say no,
right?
and they'd be forced to make it free.
Well, I did. Like, I never had PS Plus for my PS4. Everything I played on PS4 was just single player stuff because I thought it was
Hmm.
bullshit. You had to pay for it. And then Game Pass came
Yeah.
out, and I had Game Pass because it was actually a really good value when it started. And
Oh,
so I was messing around with Game Pass, and then we had these conversion deals where you could like buy a bunch of Xbox Live and then buy a single month of Game Pass Ultimate, and it would convert the whole thing to Ultimate. So it was like this. I ended up getting like Game Pass Ultimate for like $3 a month is what I was paying for it. It was so cheap for what I was getting. And
oh,
I
yeah.
still have like another 2 years of Game Pass Ultimate left from like doing those conversions. So that's like where I'll play online if it's going to be console. I'm not going to pay for PS Plus.
They got essential packages too.
Yeah, I saw
That
that.
that plus essentials. Yeah,
Which,
I thought this was obsolete.
I mean,
I
you're
think they got
paying
rid
like,
of
aren't
that.
you paying
They
like
didn't.
$60 for that? Like the essential thing?
Yeah, yeah,
So you're still paying like $5 a month, right?
yeah. With the essentials, yeah.
Yeah. Which I guess that's not terrible. I mean, there's actually some good games in it, right? If you haven't played
I
them.
don't. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't look, man. I mean, I'm not interested in it, so I don't know.
Yeah. I think it comes with like 20 games. It's mostly like Uncharted and Spider-Man, maybe stuff like that, like Sony stuff, stuff they
Then
own.
you got the then you got the premium, extra, and essential.
Hmm. Premium is probably like what? Isn't that like 120?
Yeah, something like that.
It's crazy, man. I mean, I guess if you look at it monthly, that's like $10 a month. I think that's worth it if you don't buy games, right? Like that's $10
Yeah,
a
if you
month
don't, yeah.
to have like a massive library of games and play online. I think that's worth it. But if you actually buy games and you have backlogs like we do, you're just not going to get your value out of it.
Yeah, I'm looking at the price. Essential is $80, man,
Wow.
a month. Holy shit.
Well,
Then you have the
that's for the
extra.
year, right? It's 80 for the year, right?
Yeah, 80 for the year. That's what I meant to
Yeah.
say. And then you have the extra for 134 or 135 a year. Then you have the fucking premium, which is 161
Hmm.
a year. Wait, so I thought the essential was I thought the essential was like 60.
I thought it was too. Maybe
They
it's eight.
got
Is it 80 now?
they got yeah, they got other plans where you could pay $25 every 3 months.
Hmm.
Yeah, they charge you 25 every 3 months. That's the cheapest one.
So that's like $8 a
But
month.
yeah, 833 a month. Yeah. Uh then you got the extra every 3 months is 40.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have the premium every 3 months is 50. This is fucking crazy. I mean, you have to love playing online to get this shit, man. You
Mm-hmm.
got to. And if you hardly play online, it's a waste of money.
Yep. I'd agree. Just because there's so many good deals and sales on digital games, you could take $120 a year and like just buy so many good games with that if you just wait for the right sales. Then you just own them.
Well, there's a looter shooter coming out called The First Descendant. Next gen looter shooter.
Hmm.
I mean, the person on the cover looks like a robot rabbit or some shit. Oh, it's free. Microtransaction city. Because when you see free, you know you're in for some shit.
Yep. Especially these days.
I bet you're gonna have fucking microtransactions up the ass and fucking. But they're gonna get you, man, with the microtransaction. Because you got motherfucker, you got the cheapest one is $20. Then you got 50. Then you got 5. Then you got 70, 100.
Wow, it's crazy.
Because they make it so you have to buy it in order to really enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you get a free year, you can play it, but you're gonna be fucking tempted to fucking buy it.
Right.
The microtransaction because the grind is a bitch.
I know.
They make sure.
They do the same thing in Dead by Daylight,
Yeah,
but it doesn't affect me because I'm not afraid to grind.
that's what somebody else told me when they was playing Warframe.
Mm-hmm.
God, that game is fucking soulless, man. I was like, I ain't playing this fucking shit.
Oh, that's funny.
Because from what I saw with Warframe, it looks like Borderlands, but it stripped everything that made it fun away.
Hmm. Damn.
That's what it reminds me of.
That's too bad.
It's like you just playing some, and it's funny because the trailer is fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's a prime example. The trailer be looking so fucking good and interesting. But the gameplay is like shitty as fuck.
Wow. That sucks.
Yeah, I don't even want it for free, man. Because he was like, you don't have to have internet to play it. You can play single player, even though it says free. I said, that's cool. I still ain't buying it. No,
How about no?
I don't even want it free, man. No way.
No.
Bet you every time you fucking boot up the game, they're gonna be like, get your microtransactions now, only $25.
Right?
Yeah, that Final Fantasy DLC, the season pass, with extra episodes, the
Yeah.
expansion.
Mm-hmm.
That you're better off playing, except for Arden. You better off playing the other 3 after you beat the game. Because if you play it before you beat the game, it's heavy spoilers and shit.
Oh, really?
They recommend you beat the game before you play 3 of the 4 episodes. But the king one, episode for the bad guy,
Mm-hmm.
they say you can wait to play it, but if you play it before you beat it, you get to understand him more. Like you can have more information on him. But
Okay.
I'm like, I ain't playing his. I ain't playing his either till I beat it. What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna beat the game first anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna do. That's what I'm saying.
Like, it'd be weird to play a DLC before I played the game, I feel like, unless there was some reason to do so. So, thanks for the conversation, dude. As always, it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Thanks to all our
Fun
listeners.
episode.
Right?
Yep. Thanks to all our listeners. Exactly. Thank you all for so much for enjoying this, and we're gonna have more to come.